Lincoln knows that we only use the best copper to memorialize him. No zinc allowed. I have detected amounts of toluene in spray enamel, varnish remover, household paint, and engine degreaser. The aldehyde sludge must be created using extreme caution and only in the laboratory by slowly combining formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, and nitric acid. Caulk, tile grout, laminate sealant, glass cleaners, and silver polish all contain ammonia. One contributing factor to hangovers from alcohol consumption is acetaldehyde, which, interestingly enough, is created by partially oxidizing ethanol with a copper catalyst. Would you believe that aquarium sealant contains traces of acetic acid? Well, it does, as do air cleaners, vinegar, and other surface cleaners. The term lipids comprise a group of molecules that join in a unique way to form fats, waxes, and steroids. Household glue contains traces of benzene, as do degreasers, motor oil, and finish restorers. Proper cleaning of large volumes of fresh water involves adding enough chlorine and then using either sulfuric acid or a strong base to adjust the pH to a neutral 7. Ah, the invention of spray paint, glorious! Well, that has acetone in it, as do many adhesives and nail polish remover. Generally used as a precursor to toluene diisocyanate, dinitro is formed by mixing methylbenzene with sodium bicarbonate, nitric acid, and acetic acid. The Washington series of this currency began its run in 1932 and consists of approximately 90% silver. Beyond mixing well with tonic and ice, ethanol can be found in deodorant and insect repellent, although when using the latter as an ethanol source, things will never go as expected. Utilizing the recent advancements in real-time color mixology, I have been able to alter the perceptible colors in such a way as food coloring can easily influence the appearance of a meal. Oxidation of methanol with a drip feed of concentrated liquid silver is the preferred method of synthesizing formaldehyde. The nitrate salt of the ammonium cation is ammonium nitrate. Typewriter ink, plant food, and fertilizer all contain it in some form. Under proper modulation, Ben was able to create hexamine from a mixture of formaldehyde and common ammonia. Glue, paint thinner, racing fuel, and brake cleaner all contain large amounts of methanol. I think I have the solution to defeat the radioactive thing. Octahydro 2,5-nitro 3,4,7-parazosine. Octahydro 2,5-nitro 3,4,7-parazosine can be produced by the nitration of hexamine in the presence of ammonium nitrate and acetic acid. I have discovered that combining formaldehyde with ammonia under the correct circumstances can create hexamine, a necessary component in the creation of octahydro 2,5-nitro 3,4,7-parazosine. I have discovered that combining formaldehyde with ammonia under the correct circumstances can create hexamine. This is likely the first step in the long string of reactions necessary for octahydro 2,5-nitro 3,4,7-parazosine. It is possible to produce formaldehyde via a catalytic oxidation of methanol with the influence of silver metal. Lab notes, day 1, Dr. Bright recording. Recent events have halted all imports to town, leaving us to make do with the rather, limited supplies that are currently available. Fortunately, I have been able to develop a necessary solution to our problem using common household items. Fortunately, I have been able to develop a necessary solution to our problem using common household items. Lab notes, day 12, Dr. Bright speaking. It has been a realization of mine that I have not recorded the necessary intermediary compounds and their components. I will attempt to do so now to preserve my research in the case that we do not survive this calamity. Lab notes day 2, this is Dr. Bright. Lab notes day 3, Dr. Bright recording. Lab notes day 5, Dr. Bright speaking. Lab notes day 6, this is Dr. Bright. Lab notes day 7, Dr. Bright recording. Lab notes day 8, Dr. Bright speaking. I have discovered that lipids and clean ethanol, when mixed properly, form glycerol. A mixed acid is generally composed by slowly mixing sulfuric and nitric acid in the presence of a cooling agent. An endothermic reaction of glycerol and a mixed acid forms a nitrated glycerol solution. Proceed with caution, as nitric acid exists in toilet bowl cleaners, floor polishers, and detergents. The sheer size and scale of our foe demands that we deliver 2,4-propane-3,5-tetranitrite with the utmost accuracy. The compound 2,4-propane-3,5-tetranitrite is prepared first by chilling and mixing sulfuric and nitric acids. Be careful and don't add heat. Keep it cold. I have discovered that lipids and clean ethanol, when mixed properly, form glycerol. This is a vital step in synthesizing 2,4-propane-3,5-tetranitrite. I have discovered that lipids and clean ethanol, when mixed properly, form glycerol. An endothermic reaction of glycerol and a mixed acid forms a nitrated glycerol solution. The final step in the formation of 2,4-propane-3,5-tetranitrite is to cleanse the nitrated glycerol solution with sodium bicarbonate to remove excess acids. An endothermic reaction of glycerol and a mixed acid forms a nitrated glycerol solution that can then be mixed with sodium bicarbonate to remove excess acids. Octahydro-2,5-nitro-3,4,7-parazosine may be difficult to produce due to shortages in supplies. I don't think the creation of 2,4-propane-3,5-tetranitrite will effectively do the job required. I do believe that if it were 1945 all over again, that 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane would be the leading candidate to end this crisis of epic proportions. 1,3,5-teranitrophenol has been found to work, but its reaction time may not be adequate given the situation at hand. 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene may be a rather crude solution for what faces us. The most recent state of events have convinced me that 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane is our best chance to defeat the radioactive thing. To produce 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane, combine formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, and nitric acid to make an aldehyde sludge. Finish by mixing the sludge with acetone. It is possible to produce formaldehyde via a catalytic oxidation of methanol with the influence of silver metal. One contributing factor to hangovers from alcohol consumption is acetaldehyde, which, interestingly enough, is created by partially oxidizing ethanol with a copper catalyst. Its name makes the reaction fairly obvious, but phenosulfonic acid can be synthesized by combining the aromatic organic compound phenol with a concentrated amount of sulfuric acid. A common method of production for anhydrous phenol is to compress benzene and propene while mixing in phosphoric acid. Nail polish enamel, soap, wheel cleaner, and shampoo are all good sources for scavenging phosphoric acid in a crisis like this. Powdered milk creates a strong base necessary for neutralizing acidic reactions. I have found that propene exists in many household products such as hair color, insect repellent, stain remover, and hand cleaner. bathtub cleaners, room deodorizers, baking sodas, and anti-static sprays all contain traces of sodium bicarbonate. To achieve the whitest whites, one must rinse and thoroughly wash using a sodium hypochlorite solution. Glass etching solutions, pool pH decreasers, drain openers, and abrasive sink cleaners all contain sulfuric acid. Good old sodium chloride, necessary to make my high-lipid lunch taste spectacular. I've devised the perfect solution to our mutated giant crab problem. 1,3,5-terranitrophenol. To prepare 1,3,5-terranitrophenol, one must understand that the phenol ring is very aromatic. So we must first sulfonate anhydrous phenol and then nitrate the resulting solution with nitric acid. Anhydrous phenol is best prepared via the cumene process. That is to compress benzene and propene in the presence of phosphoric acid. The most widely used sulfonate process for 1,3,5-terranitrophenol involves using sulfuric acid to create the ester. The most widely used sulfonate process for anhydrous phenol involves mixing with sulfuric acid to create the ester. Given the circumstances, 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene will give us the most bang for the buck. The synthesis of 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene includes creating a mixture of nitric and sulfuric acids while introducing toluene. After the toluene reaction and the synthesis of 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene, the methylbenzene solution will need to be washed with sodium bicarbonate and nitric plus acetic acid. After the toluene reaction, the resulting methylbenzene will need to be washed with sodium bicarbonate and nitric plus acetic acid. Final recrystallization of dinitro with methanol is required for 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene. Final recrystallization of dinitro mixed with methanol is required. The mixing of nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and toluene creates a residue of methylbenzene.